Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramsha Reflects. Have you ever wondered why some teachers prefer giving lectures while others encourage students to explore and discover answers on their own? Why do some classrooms focus on memorization while others focus on projects, discussions, and problem solving? In today's video, we will understand four important concepts in education: Instructionism, Constructionism, Jane Piaget's cognitive development theory, and Lev Vygotsky's social constructionism. These theories are widely used in modern classrooms and are essential for teachers, education students, and anyone interested in how children learn. Let's begin with Instructionism. Instructionism is a teacher-centered approach. In this method, the teacher is the main source of knowledge. The teacher explains the lesson, students listen carefully, take notes, and later reproduce the information in assignments or examinations. The main goal is to transfer knowledge from teacher to the learner. For example, imagine an English teacher explaining the rules of the present simple tense. The teacher writes the rules on the board, gives examples, and asks students to memorize them. Students mainly listen and practice what the teacher has already taught. This is Instructionism. Now, let's look at Constructionism. Constructionism is a student-centered approach. Instead of receiving knowledge passively, students actively construct their understanding through exploration, collaboration, experiments, discussions, and real-life experiences. The teacher becomes a guide rather than the only source of knowledge. For example, instead of explaining environmental pollution directly, the teacher asks students to observe their surroundings, collect waste materials, discuss different types of pollution, and present possible solutions. Through this activity, students discover knowledge themselves. This is Constructionism. Now let's move to Jane Piaget's cognitive development theory. Jane Piaget believed that children are active learners. They do not simply absorb information, instead they build knowledge by interacting with their environment. According to Piaget, children's thinking develops through four stages. The first stage is the sensory motor stage, from birth to about 2 years of age. Babies learn through their senses and physical actions. For example, a baby shakes a toy and discovers that it makes a sound. The second stage is the pre-operational stage. From about 2 to 7 years, children begin using language and imagination, but their thinking is still not fully logical. For example, a child may pretend that a stick is a horse or believe that the moon is following them. The third stage is the concrete operational stage. From around 7 to 11 years, at this age, children begin thinking logically about real objects and situations. For example, they understand that if water is poured from a short glass into a taller glass, the amount of water remains the same. The final stage is the formal operational stage. Beginning around 11 years of age, adults can now think abstractly, solve hypothetical problems, and discuss ideas that cannot be seen directly. For example, they can debate questions like how can technology improve education, or what would happen if humans lived on another planet. Piaget believed that children learn best by exploring and discovering the world around them. Now let's discuss Vygotsky's social constructionism. Unlike Piaget, Vygotsky believed that learning happens through social interaction. Children learn by talking with teachers, parents, friends, and classmates. Language, communication, and collaboration play a central role in learning. One of Vygotsky's most important ideas is the Zone of Proximal Development, commonly called the ZPD. This is the gap between what a learner can do independently and what they can achieve with guidance from a teacher or a more knowledgeable person. For example, a child cannot write a complete paragraph alone. However, when the teacher provides sentence starters, asks guiding questions, and gives feedback, the child successfully writes the paragraph. With practice, the child can eventually do it independently. The support provided by the teacher is called scaffolding. Just like scaffolding supports workers while constructing a building and is removed once the building is complete, educational scaffolding provides temporary support until students can perform the task on their own. Finally, let's compare Piaget and Vygotsky. Piaget believed that children mainly learn through independent exploration and that development comes before learning. Vygotsky believed that learning happens through interaction with others, and the guidance from teachers and peers help children develop their thinking. Both theories have greatly influenced modern education. Today, many teachers combine ideas from both approaches. They encourage students to explore independently while also providing guidance, collaboration, and meaningful classroom discussions. I hope this video helped you understand these important educational theories in a simple and practical way.